Hello everyone, it's Elliot here and welcome back to Boutique Blu-rays. This video is going to be a bit of a different one as I have something very special I've just received in the post. It is the Back to the Future 4K UHD Trilogy on this very nice Steelbook edition, and I haven't cracked this open yet because I thought, you know what, for a bit of a change I'll do an unboxing video on the channel. So my plan is I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to put this in the center and you'll be able to see me unbox this and I'll show you exactly what you get inside. Anyway, let's flip around the camera and dig into this bad boy. So here we are in the table view and I have it right here. This is the Back to the Future 35th Anniversary Limited Edition Trilogy 4K UHD exclusive Steelbook collection. I know over in the US this is available from some different retailers, I can't remember which ones, but for all intents and purposes it will be the same discs, the same edition as the one you get in the US. So you can kind of take this as a preview of those versions as well. So this is now unwrapped, and if I put it to this view you can see the Steelbooks in here. You can see all this information on the back, and this information is actually printed on some kind of card. I think they'd call this a C card. So you can just peel this off the front. So just bear with me while I get this off. So that peels off there, and if I take this all the way round, it peels off like this. So this actually looks very nice without that on. And the logo here is actually embossed. I don't know if you'll be able to make that out in the light, but there's some slight embossing here, which is really nice. It's got a really nice finish, and this is actually not a bad display piece, you know, if you wanted to have this shown on your shelf with the front showing, which is something I might actually do for this. I was expecting these Steelbooks to come in just some flimsy packaging that you'd throw away and you'd just keep the Steelbooks separately, but no, this actual outer packaging is very nice. And if I flip it round, it's got this artwork on the back, and it's pretty unobscured as well. There's only a few logos down at the bottom, so I'm very pleased with this outer packaging. And just returning to the card that I took off there, it's more paper than card really. This has all the information about this release. Now I won't read through everything here because there's a ton of information on the back of here, and you can find this online. There's been loads of stuff about the new 4K Back to the Future releases. So now is the moment of truth, the moment that I actually take these Steelbooks out. Will they be in good condition? So this is the first one. This is the original Back to the Future. Now you've probably seen these designs online. The design of these three Steelbooks, so the whole trilogy, is meant so that you can display them side by side, which is a bit odd because it means if you're just having one Steelbook on display, like this first one, it's not really that appealing because you can only see, you know, part of the DeLorean and there's just this background here. It's not really that evocative. But you will see when I get the other ones out that they all line up perfectly. And on the back there, you have a still from the film. If I open up the Steelbook, inside you have the 4K UHD disc and you have the Blu-ray as well. You can always tell on a big studio release like this if it's the same disc everywhere in the world because they have all the different ratings logos for Europe, at least, on this disc. So this will be the same disc whether you buy it in Germany or Denmark or Italy. So don't worry about that. It's the same disc inside. Here you have part 2. And like I said, this fits into a collage with the other two Steelbooks. So again, on its own, maybe not the most visually appealing thing. And if we flip it over, there you go. That's another still from the film. And then if I just crack it open here, again you've got the 4K UHD disc and you've got the Blu-ray behind it. And actually the artwork inside is actually quite nice for this as well. And then putting this one to the side, we will get out the final one. We will get out part 3. There you go. So that's obviously the end of the DeLorean. And what you'll notice is that each one of the backgrounds in these steelbooks corresponds to the actual film itself. So the overall image that I'm going to show now when I put them together is kind of an overview of the entire trilogy, which is really nice. So the back here is obviously a still from the film as well, which is very nice. And then inside, so on the third one, you have the 4K, you have the standard Blu-ray, but then you've also got this bonus disc, which I'm not sure what special features this has on. I'm not sure if this is totally new special features either. It might just be ones from older releases. I'll have to look into that after. But that is what you get in the final Steelbook in this set. So having taken out all the Steelbooks, you can actually see in this box as well, they've kind of put some separators in here. But weirdly, they haven't done it all the way across. It's just at the top. Now, I'd be wary about storing these steelbooks within this, just because each time you pull them in and out, you're going to risk trapping little bits of dust or dirt that will inevitably scratch your steelbooks every time you pull them in and out. So I may not actually be storing the steelbooks in here, but having said that, the steelbook protectors that I use from Steelbook Central, like I just mentioned, they probably will fit in here with the steelbooks inside. So I will experiment with that as well. But I'm very pleased with this artwork. I really do like this box. So with all that out of the way, let's have a look at what they look like together. And I'm hoping these will all fit in frame on my camera here. I didn't actually plan this especially well if they don't fit together in the frame, but here goes. And then part 3. There you go. I'll try and move these up a bit. Sorry, there's a bit of glare down here. Sorry about that. But you kind of get the idea that, like I said, it's different parts of the DeLorean, and in the background it corresponds to each film. So it is quite a nice design, but like I mentioned, it's a bit odd because obviously you're not really going to display this one on its own somewhere, unless you're maybe just going to display the back instead of the front. So that's maybe why they've designed them this way, is so that if you don't want to display the front, you've always got something from the back. So if I flip these over, actually, let's see how these look together. So yeah, you could always display them this way if you just wanted these still images from the films rather than the new artwork collage. So anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say. Now, again, obviously, I didn't talk about bonus features or the specifications of these discs, and hopefully sometime soon I will do a full rundown of this release, and I will do a review of how the movies actually look and sound on 4K, because obviously for most people that is the most important thing. The Steelbook is just a nicety, it's just an extra thing. So keep an eye on the channel very soon for an in-depth look at the actual 4K discs. With that said, I'm going to throw it back to me in the studio, aka my spare room. So there you have it. That was my unboxing of the Back to the Future trilogy on 4K Blu-ray Steelbook edition. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait to actually watch these discs. So keep an eye on the channel for more about this particular release. As always, I want to thank my Patreon subscribers for helping keep this channel running. I'll include your names on the screen right now, and if you want to check out my Patreon page for exclusive videos and for the ability to join our private community, then check out patreon.com/boutique Blu-rays. If you want to stick around on the channel and watch more videos about my 4K Blu-ray collecting, then click one of the videos on screen right now, because I'm sure it'll be amazing and you can get some good recommendations for further 4K Blu-rays. I'll be back very soon with more videos, so until then, stay well and keep watching great movies.